This episode, after way too long a break, I finally got out and did some diving off Dania Beach, and it was spectacular. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. This episode, we finally get back out in the water for a great dive off Dania Beach, Dania Beach. I went out with my buddy Todd. He owns Aquaman Diving in Dania Beach. I'll put the website and Facebook below in the comments. And he had introduced me to Dan. Dan, I don't know, Dan Zimmerman, I believe is his last name. But he owns the only dive charter boat in Dania, Hollywood. And we went out on that. It's a dive charter. It's called Dania Splash. No, not Dania Splash. Delta Splash. And I'll put the information down below, his website and Facebook credentials. But really great day. We went out to like the third, fourth reef. Got down to about 85 feet, I think, at one point was the deepest we went. And we bounced around there for a while. And coral was really healthy. A lot of fun. It was just absolutely beautiful down there. And then we got back on the boat and did a little interval. You want to, between going down into the water, you want to kind of take a little bit of time in between. And we came back up, went back into a closer reef, went down to about 30 feet, and just as beautiful. The reef was just as beautiful. Saw plenty of fish and everything that day. And anyway, it was a great day out on the water, and I guess I'll see you out there. So come join me as I go diving, driving, and droning around South Florida and beyond. Yo, let's do this. We got boogieing out early on a beautiful, sunny South Florida morning. We're headed down to Dania Beach at Dania Marina. Going out on a dive boat, the only dive boat in Dania Beach. There's the logo there. It's a Delta Splash. And it is the only dive boat out of Dania, Hollywood. Most of the dive boats are up in like Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, Jupiter, down in the Keys. And this is us getting together on the boat, talking about what we're going to do, what we're going to aim for today. And we're in the intercoastal, so the water is absolutely calm and usually calm, but today it's explicitly just wonderfully calm, which indicates that out in the ocean it's going to be beautiful. We had a police officer on board, so she was waving at her friends. They peeled out as soon as we got out of the no-wake zone. A little barge action, some work going on really close to the beach, actually. Let's get myself together on the boat. You can see we're out in the Atlantic Ocean, but they call it the Lake Atlantic when it's like this because it's just so calm. Dan, the captain, said, look, I'm going to slow down a little bit when we're about 10 minutes out from the dive site. That's what he did. He gave us a little 10 minutes heads up before it was time to splash down, Jumped in. The water was absolutely beautiful this day. It was probably about 88 degrees. Just fantastic. Swam across, swam away from the boat and went down. And we were going down about 85 feet, I think we bottomed out at today. And so I sped it up so you didn't have to wait so long to get down there. But the reef was just absolutely alive and stunning this day. It was beautiful. You can see it looks a little gray because when you get down that deep, the light from the sun doesn't make it down that far, so you end up with just only a few colors of the spectrum, but got a beautiful angelfish there. I believe we call it a rock beauty angelfish. You see the grayness, and if you go down in there, we're probably about 75 feet here, but if you go down to the bottom, about 85. But a bunch of barrel sponge. That's what all those trunks look like. They're barrel sponge, beautiful, spongy. You don't want to be touching all the stuff. Got a damselfish there. Yeah, your hands off the coral, no touchy. It doesn't hurt anything. There we got a squirrel fish. Excellent specimen. Cool looking fish, man, But we're boogieing along. I don't know what the name of that fish is. Off the top of my head, I don't have it. A lot of sponge, different coral species, sponge species. There we have some butterfly fish. It looks like the camera's all wonky, but what it is, it's a effect I have on the camera to kind of take the wobble away, and it seems to focus in on the center and send the wobble out to the sides. You know, it's a stabilization. That's what it's called. Up there, that's a sea whip. You know, some coral. You know, vegetation. Little parrotfish going on. They're always running from you. So come here, you're so pretty, I just want to look at you. But, you know, they're always running from you. And that was beautiful. Out here we got some lionfish. They're an invasive species out on the reef. We had a swing and a miss, but then we got it. Because these guys, they don't think anything's going to come after them. They have no predators. So they're not bothered by you. They don't go run and hide when you come up on them. But today, that was their mistake. Because we were coming out to get some invasive lion species off the reef. They're actually very edible, but they have those spikes on there. You don't want to get hit by one of them. They're going to hurt. You got a trunkfish. Yeah, they got a pretty powerful sting. It won't kill you, but you're gonna know it, you know. Cruise along, beautiful. Look at that. They're just absolutely beautiful blue vase coral. I looked up at the flag, you know, so we're probably about 70 feet down at that point. But we're coming back up to the surface. When you're coming up from that depth, you want to stop and take a little interval, and basically to avoid decompression sickness, you hang around 16 feet, so 15 feet technically on the books, you know, and you hang there for about 3 minutes to let the bubbles in your the gas in your blood equalize, you know. And we came back up, jumped back on the boat, and there's the Lake Atlantic again. And we did a little cleaning up, the ocean cleanup along the way. But you need to take a little interval when you go down deep, and you know you do a surface interval, and you wait a little while before you jump back in the water. You know, again, to let the gases in your blood equalize and whatnot. Otherwise, you can get decompression sickness. Then we were going down for a second dive. This dive, we're only going down about 30 feet, you know, and it was just beautiful. But you can see there's a lot more light. A lot more light gets through the water from the sun. So it's just a lot brighter at 30 feet than it was like 80 feet, you know. And it's absolutely beautiful here too. You know, all kinds of fish, just really stunning. You got a little bit of brain coral there. It's kind of spongy, you know. You can get rough and hard. You got all the fish, and there's just thousands of fish on this reef. You know, all kinds. You got the parrotfish, everything right there, right in view. You know, and all the vegetation is really healthy. But look at that, just thousands of fish, man. It's just amazing. I mean, this is what it's all about: going down there and just meditating around a bunch of fish. Those yellow and black fish, they're called sergeant majors. Those yellowfish are a bunch of grunts, you know, but the sergeant majors, that day, a lot of them we were seeing, they were pretty big, because they'll get as like small as a dime, and you know, they always hang in schools, you know, but this day, a lot of those sergeant majors you're seeing there, they're like probably the size of a dollar bill. Got another a butterfly fish, beautiful. They're always a little playful. They'll come up and take a look at you and see what you're up to. They're curious. We have some natural structures coming out, some reef that's taking hundreds, if not thousands, of years to grow. It's beautiful. We're just cruising along, just relaxing, enjoying the day. Got a needlefish there. This called it blue tang. They're beautiful. They're just they're one of my favorites. I just think they're so beautiful. And there you see a bunch of the sergeant majors all cruising around. They were pretty big, you know. I like the smaller ones, they're cuter. You know, the black and yellow fish there, they're sergeant majors. They're always traveling in schools. Another butterfly fish. All
kinds of fish there, and other species of butterfly fish. Seem to be hanging in couples that day. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I couldn't tell if it was little fish or little shrimp or plankton or what, but it was cool regardless. That big barrel sponge there. That's a conch. I can't remember what kind of conch you call it, but that's the kind that is legal to take. You could take that, harvest that conch, and take it home and eat it. The queen conchs, you can't do that. It's illegal to harvest them. We saw a bunch of lobsters. Not quite. We're about a month away from lobster season, so they're not too nervous. Nothing's been chasing them around. It's like a school of blue tang, and they look black, but they're actually kind of blue. A couple parrotfish all trying to sneak into their club. Like, I'm hanging with them. And you can see, like, the lobsters aren't nervous at all. Nothing's been chasing them around. This shot here was just totally by accident. A couple butterfly fish just happened to be heading in my direction. Pretty fantastic shot. We're cruising right along, enjoying the day. Look at all those colors. Just absolutely beautiful. I love it. That's some brain coral, I think is what that is. Specimen. But another lobster. Month away. We're coming back for you in a month, buddy. Bunch of grunts. Tropical fish, I love them. That is called galaxy coral. Like, really fantastic. I didn't touch it. I didn't want to touch it. You try not to touch the coral, Sometimes you accidentally touch it and you find out what it's about. But you want to hands off everything. Keep your hands off everything. Let it grow. Let it be natural. Just go down there and be an observer. Except if you're a lionfish, then we're coming after you. You've got to get them off the reef. They make everything else die. Look at that there. That's just so healthy. Nice little rock. That there, I lean towards believing that was somehow planted there. I don't think that was a natural structure. I just love all the coral down there. And, we're at the end of winter, so the coral is really healthy. Like, look at that. It's almost like a birthday cake of coral. Absolutely beautiful. Ugh. I love it. Got some more structure going on with the coral. Something that, took thousands of years to grow. A bunch of different sponge, species of sponge and stuff going on. Got some fork fish there all hanging out, doing a union meeting. Cruising along is beautiful. Off into the abyss. Got another trunk fish there. Those things are really cool looking. They're like weird, The lobsters actually are curious. They'll stick their tentacles out, and they kind of want to see what you're about, So as long as you're not trying to grab them, they'll play with you. Right about here, I had left my GoPro on, didn't realize it, so I'm just kind of swimming along, having a good time, and running out of battery, unbeknownst to me. So I wasn't able to take any footage of us coming out of the water, But we were pretty much at about the end of our dive here, back on the boat, threw a battery in, and just watching the waves go by, watching the world go by. Anyway, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I try to be here every other Thursday. Been having some problems lately, but I'll be coming back with more and more. So please hit like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it again, and have a good one. See you later. See you next time.